Good afternoon. Hello. Nice to see you all on this dreary day. This is the place to be. Bring your soggy selves in here and treat yourselves to what you're about to hear. Thank you for coming. This is the first of hopefully many concerts, etc., here at South Church. Not the first. We do lots of different things, but we're trying to do something a little bit more intentional and regular with our concerts. And I'm very excited about this one. My good friends, Chris Claxton and Mike Effenberger, and their duo, Time and Mercy, which focuses on hymnody and spirituals, or at least as a launching off pad. And then they'll visit other areas, I'm sure. Things to cover. The next thing in this series, we'll be hosting a UU song leader by the name of Matt Meyer. He'll be here Sunday, May 4th to lead the service, but also he's going to lead a workshop in the afternoon of songs of resilience and resistance, which we need so badly. So, if you have not yet, if you're not a member, we have a sign-up sheet for an email list, so you can find out. We won't spam you. We'll just let you know when there's cool things happening. What else? I'm just going to let them get to it. Give a hand to Time and Mercy, Chris and Mike. Thanks for being here, guys. One other thing, I brought some pillows up. If you guys want to take it down, and take a nap, not a nap, but lay down here. There's some blankets too. You can go up in the balcony, anywhere you want to enjoy this. Hello to our online folks.
Thank you. Mike Effenberger on the piano. Mike Effenberger. My name is Chris Claxton. Thank you so much. I see a lot of familiar faces here, but it's nice to make some new friends as well. Thank you. Many of you, I think, are already familiar with Mike and I. We've played together in countless projects, very improv heavy, lots of jazz, which we still do. But Mike and I have also been church choir directors for me, it's going on my 11th year, and Mike's been doing it a lot longer. And we discovered that not only do we really love the congregations that we get to be with every week, that they accept us and our musicianship, warts and all. So we started to include in our public performances our favorite church hymns to try to include that part of our life in more of the public things we do. So we came up with Time and Mercy. While it's just a change in our band name, we wanted to focus on spirituals and hymns and more intentionally meditative music more often. So thanks for all being here. This is a wonderful turnout. This is kind of a brand new experiment, I believe, for South Church, a new series. And for Mike and I, it's not new to play with one another, but this project is still getting off the ground. So thank you all so much. What we heard first was a spiritual called Standing in the Need of Prayer, which I think no matter what your tradition or history is, that makes a lot of sense, and it's very true. Next, I was introduced to this piece. It's a classic Appalachian, almost more of a chant than really a tune or a melody, but it's called O Death is one of its many names, and I was introduced to it actually in the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou by Ralph Stanley singing it, and while it's a ham of a movie, it really has these moments that really pop out as sublime, and the first opening scenes have Ralph Stanley singing that kind of a chant over one pedal point. So Mike and I tried to steal that concept and then derange it further. What's next, Michael? Yes. Precious Lord, take my hand. Many of you might know Mike from the band he's played in for a long time called the Soggy Po Boys. And while I'm not in that band per se, all my friends are, and and my brother is. And New Orleans means a lot to me. I've been there many times, and I play the trumpet, so it's hard to play this instrument without New Orleans meaning something to you. And as usual, I find a way to love something somber about it as opposed to something more party, like people think about Mardi Gras. And boy, I love their funeral music, which in hand is tied to the Mardi Gras season and partying. But this is Just a Closer Walk with Thee, and I think we all know it. It's part of being an American, I think. And a personal connection to the story, my trumpet teacher, who has functioned as like a grandfather to me, I never really knew my own grandfathers, so the old guy I loved the most was my trumpet teacher. His name was Clark Terry. And when he passed away in 2015, I went down to the Abyssinian Baptist Church in Harlem for a wonderful ceremony. And at the end of the ceremony, without announcing anything, Wynton Marsalis and 5 or 6 of his bandmates from Jazz at Lincoln Center came out marching in traditional unaccompanied style with just a snare drum and a few horns. And they brought Clark, or CT as everyone called him lovingly, out. They just wheeled him out with that. And it's like, although it was a somber occasion, it's such a beautiful memory to have and a lovely connection to the tune, and to see a very famous trumpet player like Wynton really just succumb to the moment and want to send his mentor and teacher off was a beautiful thing. So thanks. Here's our Just a Closer Walk. This is a Clark Terry tune, the next one, actually. We've played some Lenten concerts, and we love the somber, heavy stuff, but today seemed like a great occasion to include some of the other music that we love to play. And it was kind of an accident that we put a Clark Terry song next, right after the first one. Here's his tune, Chuckles.
Who in here is in the UU church? Like, who are the people that are here all the time? Okay, so it's a mix, yeah. There's a long tradition in a lot of different faiths of just taking folk music or taking music that's kind of in the air at the time and just assigning new lyrics to it, putting new text on it, and giving a new spin on that original composition. Like a lot of hymns started off as folk tunes or spirituals or things in that direction. This next one shows up in the traditions where Chris and I are working as Be Still My Soul, but I've also seen it in the UU hymnal as like, this is my song, or Johnny, what is it that you shot over? We would be one, yeah. So it always centers around unity of some type, whether it's like, this is my song, where the idea is like, sure, it's great here, it's great over there too, like all is one type of thing. Yeah, so it's a tune that's taken from a tone poem by Sibelius called Finlandia. So here is that.
This is a song Mike and I think, became familiar with when I did some part writing for a full band, and I put this song on an album of mine. I think the first one I ever made under Chris Claxton's name. And it's Stephen Foster's Hard Times. It's not necessarily always the space and time and the year to herald Stephen Foster in particular. But the tune, Hard Times, and its lyrics, boy, it's the truth. So here you go. Here's our version of Hard Times. In F, if that matters to you. This next one comes from, of course, our weekly church traditions. But has anyone ever seen the band Jazz Sputin and the Jug Skunks? No? Seems a little left to center, I'm sure. But I know a few guys in that band, and I picked this from their repertoire since they play it so beautifully. Here's another one of our favorites, Abide With Me. Thelonious Monk actually has some really nice versions of this. And it's not weird at all, like Thelonious might tend to be. Just pretty.
Which is by far the weirdest thing about it. We've got great news for you. We've got stuff to sell you. I know you were waiting for this moment and this set the whole time. It has arrived. Now is the time in which we talk about the things we have to sell you. Rejoice. So, what we have in lieu of pressing vinyl, which is costly and has minimum orders that make it impractical for a duo that's a couple weeks old, or for CDs, which no longer work in either of our cars, probably, right? Anyone still have a CD player in existence? 1, 2, 3. So yeah, roughly 10% of us do, right? So our solution to this problem is really Dylan Matrano's solution to this problem. Dylan is an artist and musician and chocolatier in Bath, Maine. So Dylan has been doing this thing where he takes his spectacular artisanal handmade chocolate, which you're gonna love, I guarantee. And what he does is bundles it with a download code of a given record. So a bunch of bands around here have been doing this thing where we just work with Dylan, and instead of getting 500 vinyl records, get a couple hundred chocolate bars, which you can eat, and which we recommend that you do. The chocolate is actually really happening. So we've got 2 records that way. One is a record that we put out about a year and a half ago or so, and skews a little further in towards like the jazz direction, although there is a lot of this music that we played on that as well. The other one is brand new and not technically released, but we'll still sell it to you if you're nice to us, and skews way more in this direction where it's church music, a lot of spirituals too, a new standard or two, but a lot of it is the stuff that we're actually doing today. Come buy the chocolate. This one's not on there. That's great planning. So this is Battle Hymn of the Republic, which to my knowledge we've never played together. Let's see what happens here. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it very much. Chris Claxton on trumpet. My name's Mike. We're going to do this more, keep an ear out, in one of our various duo formats. We're going to leave you with a doxology here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We don't often get treated to this kind of reception, so thank you, thank you. Sometimes freely improvised music with no vocals can be a hard sell. But the more that Mike and I get this project off the ground, if you had asked me in high school if I saw my adult self feeling the most safe and valued in churches, I wouldn't have known. But as the world spins the way it's been spinning, I think we seek to do this kind of playing for these kinds of people more and more. It's a different kind of listening. It's for a different kind of purpose. And I think we like that. The way in which it is amorphous is helpful, I know, to me. And the way in which it is obviously helpful and about something, I think works and goes a long way. So thank you for sharing this with us. If you like chocolate, come see us. And if you didn't like us, buy a few chocolate bars and give them to people you hate. Cool. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you to Johnny Pfeiffer for bringing us here. Thank you. Thank you. It's 424? Yeah. Where is the gig? You said you have a residency there. Okay, yeah. Well, you just said the word there. Nice. Stone Church. Yeah, so you can think about it. 424 Thursday night? Yeah. It all hinges on childcare, because my wife's at Berkeley, but if I can find childcare, okay. That doesn't cost more than a gig. I'll make my girlfriend babies. Well, yeah, I'm just going to find childcare, talk to my wife about it. It sounds really fun. It will be fun. The band would be you two? We want you to be there. So I asked Nick too. Nice. We'll see. Nice. Great. And who's the rest of the band? You? It would be me. I haven't even put it together yet. Maybe maybe like Miles also. Oh, cool. Actually, I don't think he would be there. I'm trying to think. Miles is deep. Yeah. Mikey Lathwood is our usual bass player. He's great. And then, yeah, I don't know. I might end up playing guitar, and then I might get like Lily on drums. You know Lily? Yeah, that was so good. Yeah. So. I didn't even know you played guitar, so I started seeing you in those videos. Yeah. Yeah. You're frightfully good at that. Thanks. What's your primary instrument? Drums. But, I think there's just been more of a need